Well, that was almost 2 weeks we'll never get back. It's the season for the winter crud here in Indiana, and it seems most of the area is shut down due to illness. Our office was closed for 5 days, and we spent the last 3 days catching up client work that was neglected for that time. So, all of that to say that I've missed speaking to you. I could have pushed this episode out at some point during that 10 days, but this is such an important topic that we didn't want to put out something less than what we're capable of giving you. But enough about that, let's get on to today's important teams topic. I'm Annie Rind, and I'm usually in your ear at least one time per week on this, the 1001 Business Problem Solved with Microsoft Teams podcast. Today's topic? Chat versus channel posts. Of all the topics we're asked about, this has to be number one. Whether with new clients or in our workshops, everybody seems to wonder what to use when and why there are two different communication tools in Teams. Well, the good news is that it's quite simple. Let me give you the bottom line up front. If a topic would add value in an organizational knowledge base, or if it would be something that could be needed in the future, it should be posted in a channel. Everything else goes in chat. That's it. When you feel a need to communicate, ask yourself, might this discussion or FYI be of interest in a month, 2 months, or 6 months? Would it be useful material for a new employee to read through in 6 months? If so, put it in the appropriate channel as a post. There are multiple advantages to using channel posts in such a situation. First, in the old email days, yuck. I hate to even think of those days, but anyway, in the old email days, if you sent out something that resonated with the recipients as something they'd want to reference in the future, they'd move that email into one of a zillion folders in their inboxes. Again, yuck. Imagine that you'd send a juicy subject matter FYI or topic out to your entire team of 10 employees. Now, since most of them recognize the value, each of them move the email to a folder. That means the move is done 10 times. Then, if someone replies, that reply is also dragged into the same folder. And on. So inefficient. Now, each of the employees has all those replies in their folders just in case they might need them in the future. Can you say clutter? With channel posts, there's one copy of the threaded discussion. Nobody has to save anything. The entire discussion is neatly packaged in a single thread that is, by the way, keyword searchable by all team members, including any future new employees who may be wanting to learn about that topic. I like to look at channel posts as an organizational knowledge base. Imagine the knowledge you can organize and catalog over the next few months or years. Also, imagine that you'll never again drag an internal email into a folder in your inbox. And before I forget about it, let me also mention that when you talk about a topic in a chat, especially in a group chat, that topic gets thrown into a single thread with gads of unrelated topics. It's hard to follow any one topic. It's unorganized. Channel post threads keep subject matter separate, and it's neatly categorized by channel and by subject line. And unlike email, both channel posts and chats are searched by the very powerful Teams search engine. Trust me, that Teams search engine will become your favorite feature over time. The more juicy information you throw into Teams, the more powerful that search engine becomes. Before I close this topic out, let me tell you a really cool pro tip. You know all those folders you and your employees have built up over the years in your inbox? There's a lot of good stuff in there, right? Well, here's how to build up your knowledge base quickly. Go through those folders and open up the most valuable of those messages. Now, locate that Share to Teams button in your ribbon. Click it. Now, enter the team and channel you wish to send the entire email thread to. By sending the email thread to Teams, that entire email now becomes keyword searchable and it's available to the whole team. What a great way to build your knowledge base and get yourself free of that email inbox. Now, here's another thing I'd like for you to do. That email you just sent over to Teams? Go over to it and add a subject line to it. I wish the Share to Teams function would give you a place for a subject line and then require it, but as of today, that isn't a feature. Channel posts should always have a subject line added. If I could change anything about Teams, it would be that channel posts require a subject line. Without subject lines, channel post threads kind of run together, and you lose some of the ability of posts to clearly separate topics. Always add subject lines and expect your employees to do likewise. So, what's the takeaway of today's episode? It's that if you feel a need to communicate to your team or individuals on your team, First ask yourself, would this topic contribute to our knowledge base? If so, add it as a channel post. If not, it goes in chat. It's that simple. I hope this episode was worth the wait. I apologize for being a week and a half late, but I promise I'll be back on our once or more weekly schedule next week. Now, go out there and send some of your juiciest saved emails to teams and jumpstart building your organizational knowledge base. Your future self will thank you. I hope you avoid the winter crud and that it's beginning to look like spring where you are. And to our Australian clients and friends, please send that sun back our direction. Until next week, this is Annie, signing off.